China is the world's largest producer of rice, making up 30% of global rice production. It produces the highest rice yields in Asia, at 6.5 tons per hectare. Rice is produced throughout the nation and is believed to have been domesticated around the Yangtze River Valley and Yellow River from 7000 BC. The main variants of rice grown in China are Indica and Japonica subspecies, with ongoing developments in hybrid rice. Rice cultivation is labor-intensive, and is dependent on a variety of cropping and planting methods, as well as fertilizer and pesticides. Rice is highly prized by consumers as a food grain, making it a staple food for two-thirds of the nation. Rice has been cultivated in China for over 10,000 years. Techniques such as turning soil into mud to prevent water loss, as well as seed transplantation have been traced back to China. Both techniques encourage the domestication of Japonica and Indica variants, and are still utilized in Chinese rice production today. Cultivated varieties are noted to have originated in areas near the Yangtze and Huai rivers. From these areas, wild, ancient varieties spread through environmental and cropping conditions. Early rice crops grow primarily in provinces along the Yangtze River and in provinces in the south. It is planted in February to April and harvested in June and July. Intermediate and single-crop late rice grows in the southwest and along the Yangtze. It is planted in March to June and harvested in October and November. All three crop types contribute about 34% to China's total rice output. Double-crop late rice, planted after the early crop is reaped, is harvested in October to November and adds about 25% to total rice production. Rice grown in the north is planted from April to June and harvested from September to October. It contributes about 7% to total production. As the climate becomes warmer, it becomes possible for rice cultivation to advance further north. Cropping systems vary across China due to differences in climate in each growing region. Single rice cropping is predominant in the north, accounting for 17% of the country's total rice production. Double rice cropping is mainly utilized in the south, accounting for 34% of the country's production rate. Whilst annual rice upland crop rotation systems are commonly used in central regions such as Hubei, Sichuan, Anhui and Jiangsu provinces, as well as near the Yangtze River Valley. Rice upland systems generate 49% of the nation's rice production. Planting methods depend on the environmental and socio-economic conditions of a growing region. Common methods of planting include manual, throwing, mechanical, direct seeding, manual and mechanic, and ratooning rice. Manual transplanting is declining in rural areas due to lack of skilled labor. It is common in areas with smaller land areas, high populations and higher rates of available labor. Direct seeded rice, dry and wet seeding, has increased since the 1990s, taking up 10% of China's rice planting area in provinces such as Guangdong and Xinjiang. There have been dramatic increases and decreases in arable land and production across China. Increases were found in northeast provinces such as Jilin and Heilongjiang, whilst increasingly urbanized provinces such as Guangdong and Fujian saw decreases. This is due to more farmers and their families looking for a stable occupation in urban areas, as well as challenges to production due to climate change and lower grain production due to overusage of fertilizers and pesticides. Consequently, prominent rice production areas have shifted to the northeast. In 2019, China exported 4.56% of the world's rice with a value of $1.13 billion. In 2021, it is the sixth principal rice exporter in the world behind India, Vietnam, Thailand, Pakistan and the United States. Due to the abundance of rice grown within China, it is considered as a staple food for two-thirds of the nation. Over 149 million metric tons were consumed in 2020-2021, with an average of 76.8 kilograms milled per person annually. However, there has been a pattern of a decline in rice consumption, from 78 kilograms per person annually in 1995 to 76.3 kilograms in 2009. The creation of elite germplasm such as the Indica Japonica hybrid has encouraged for the research and development of new variants through studying elite genes and hybrid options. This, alongside the established super rice breeding program, researchers aim to produce high-quality rice which is tolerant to drought and grain infertility. Further developments have been made with the assistance of agriculture systems and databases to manage fertilization, irrigation, field management, disease and pest management, as well as predictions to estimate rice yields.